Hello guys, welcome to the Med Concepts with Bhavya. This is Bhavya here and today we are going to talk about the femur bone anatomy part 3. In this video, we are going to talk about the muscle attachments of the femur bone. So without any delay, let's get into the video. Before starting with the explanation, I want to remind all of you that the red color markings are the origin attachments, the blue color markings are the insertion attachments, and the green colors would be the accessory structures like ligaments and other accessory structures. So, this is what you have to always remember when we start reading for the bones. This is why I color my bones so that you can correlate and remember what is the attachment, what is the origin, what is the insertion, and what are the accessory ligaments attaching to the bone. Alright? The first group of attachment that we are going to talk about is the gluteal group. Okay, repeating again, the gluteal group which attaches to the greater trochanter. I hope you remember the features properly. The greater trochanter, the lesser trochanter, femoral head, right? So, what did I say? The gluteal group attachment. We are going to talk about the gluteal group attachment in the greater trochanter. We have three muscles in total. What are those muscles? The gluteus muscle I'm talking about. They are the gluteus maximus, the gluteus minimus, and the gluteus medius. We are going to remember them from maximus to minimus. Okay, how? Maximus, that is gluteus maximus, then gluteus medius, and then gluteus minimus. We are going to learn about these attachments in this order. Okay, also please note that all the three muscles that I'm talking about right now, that is the gluteal group, they have insertion on the femur bone. That is why I've colored them with blue. So maximus, that is gluteus maximus in the gluteal tuberosity, gluteus medius in the ridge of the lateral surface, and gluteus minimus in the anterior surface. Do you get it? Gluteus maximus in the gluteal tuberosity posteriorly, gluteus medius in the upper part, that is the tubercle of lateral surface, and then we have the gluteus minimus which is in the anterior surface, and this is a rough part where it attaches. So this is all about our gluteal group. Now let's go to the next one. Now the next three muscles, that is the next group of muscles that we are going to talk about, are attached into the lesser trochanter. See, you remember it very easily. You have to always connect the things together so as to make sense of those things and then remember it. Now getting back into the topic, I told you that we are going to talk about the attachments on the lesser tubercle. Okay, in the lesser tubercle we have three muscle attachments, that is this one, and they are known as PIP. I made the mnemonic so as to remember it. Just remember it as pipe. Okay, spell it as PIPE, but E has no value here. We have only three muscles, that is PIP, but you can remember it as pipe or you can remember it as pip also. So we have P, I and P muscles. Alright, again all the three muscles that we see attaching into the lesser tubercle are also in blue color, that is they are also the insertions, right? So the first muscle, that is the first P, is your psoas major. Then the I, that is PI, the I is the iliacus, this one. I hope this is clear. So psoas major, then we have iliacus, and the third one, a bent comma shaped marking that I've made here, is your pectineus. So we have three muscle attachments on the lesser tubercle, that is the psoas major, the iliacus and the pectineus. So that is all about the greater trochanter and lesser trochanter attachments. There are three attachments in the greater trochanter: gluteus maximus, gluteus medius and gluteus minimus, and three attachments in the lesser trochanter, which is the psoas major, iliacus and pectineus. I hope this is clear. Now let's go into the next part. Another two muscles that are inserting into the upper end will be the quadratus femoris, okay, and another one is the piriformis muscle. So the piriformis is this one. Don't get confused, they are two different muscles, okay. First, I hope you are able to see the gap in between. So I have marked two muscles here, so don't get confused. This is a little broken part of the bone, right, which I have marked with blue. This is what is the piriformis attachment. See, don't get confused with this attachment and this attachment, okay. This one is the gluteus medius, that is a different thing. And this one here, the broken part, this is the piriformis muscle. So the piriformis muscle attaches to the apex of the greater trochanter. Apex means what? That is the highest point on the greater trochanter. It attaches to the apex of the greater trochanter. Okay, don't worry. Just watch the video, try to understand what I'm teaching, and then the notes would be available, and have the notes along with you while you're studying with the video. Okay, and it'll be all clear. So piriformis attaching at the apex of the greater trochanter. And then we have another muscle which is the quadratus femoris. The quadratus femoris, that is this one, attaches into the quadrate tubercle. Okay, so quadrate tubercle has the attachment or the insertion of the quadratus femoris. That is it about piriformis and quadratus femoris. I know there are so many muscle attachments in the femur bone, but we are just left with last two muscle attachments of the upper end. Those muscles are the obturator externus and the obturator internus. Okay, with gamellae. So these two, see my finger going here. This is the obturator externus and internus. Now, how would you find out which is internus and which is externus? Simple. There is a simple logic. If it is internus, it would be more inside, and if it is externus, it would be outside. So remember it like this. Okay. So internus is inside and externus is below the internus. So obturator internus, obturator externus. Now let us revise quickly for the upper end, and then we will go for the lower end. Let's recap quickly. This is the upper end, number one thing. Number two, we will see the attachments of the gluteal muscles. They are three number attached into the greater trochanter. Alright, so the gluteus maximus at the gluteal tuberosity, the gluteus medius at the apex, and the gluteal minimus in the anterior rough surface. Exactly the same thing. Revise it once more. Okay, we are done with the greater trochanter, and now we will talk about the lesser trochanter. In the lesser trochanter, we have three muscles which I told you as pipe muscles or pip muscles, PIP muscles. So P is psoas major, I is iliacus, and P is pectineus. Psoas major, iliacus, and pectineus. Then the other two muscles that we see are the piriformis at the apex of the greater trochanter, just beside the gluteus medius. Exactly. So the piriformis here, this one, and the quadratus femoris, which we see in the quadrate tubercle. I can't make you feel through the video, but if you have a bone, or if you go to your anatomy dissection hall, please ask for bones, and if you touch it, you will feel it like tubercle. Okay, everything can be felt very clearly in the bone, and then it becomes more easy. So quadratus femoris in the quadrate tubercle. Then we have two last muscles that are the obturator externus and obturator internus. I told you internus would be inside, so obturator internus, this one, and obturator externus. So this is all about the head muscles, that is the upper end muscles. Now we will go for the shaft of the humerus. Now let's go through the shaft. Okay, so we are going to talk about the attachments in the shaft, but very first thing before talking about the attachments, I want to tell you is about the linea aspera, which is this part. Okay, I remember teaching this very clearly in the features. I hope you remember it too. So linea aspera attachments, we are going to talk about the insertions and the origins on the linea aspera. But before that, you should know the lips of the linea aspera and which side is which side, so that you're not confused. Okay, many of the people get confused while talking about the attachments in the linea aspera. That is why I'm very clearly going to first explain about the lateral lip and medial lip, and then we will go for the attachments. All right. So before anything else, please observe this bone. Okay. This side is the medial side. You know that, right? We have talked about it in the side determination video. The head lies medially and the flattened side or the trochanter side lies laterally. Don't confuse. The head is medial and the opposite side is going to be lateral. Now what did I say? This thick thing is the linea aspera, right? Let me bring it closer to you. This thickened ridge is the linea aspera, right? Did you see? The linea aspera, right? This thickened thing is the linea aspera. So this is the medial side, right? So because this is the medial side, it will be the linea aspera's medial lip, and this is the lateral side, so it will be the lateral lip. So medial lip and lateral lip. Now we will talk about the attachments on each of the lip. Okay. Now first talking about the lateral lip. Now which one is the lateral lip? I told you lateral side, so lateral lip. Let me pick the bone closer to you. So this side is going to be the lateral end, that is the lateral lip I mean. So now we are going to talk about the lateral lip, that is this side, and here we will have 3 attachments in total. Those attachments are red in color, so they are the origins. All right. Let us talk about the attachments from the medial towards the lateral. See, we are talking about the attachments in the lateral lip, but towards the lateral side. Okay, from the medial side to the lateral side, like 1, 2, 3. These 3 muscles we are going to talk. 1, that is the most medial, then in between, then the third one, that is towards the lateral side. Okay, so in the lateral lip, again repeating, we have 3 muscle originations, which are 1, 2 and 3. The number 1 is, that is the closest to linea aspera lateral lip, is the short head of biceps femoris. Showing it more closer, the number 1 is the biceps femoris. Okay, see the biceps femoris. Then we have the vastus lateralis, and the huge attachment, that is huge origination. The whole thing is red. See, the whole anterior surface is red. That is the vastus intermedius. All right. Again repeating, we have 3 muscles originating from the lateral lip of the linea aspera. 1, 2 and 3, this big one. So the first one, that is the most medially, is the biceps femoris short head. Then we have the vastus lateralis, and then we have the vastus intermedius. Okay, so biceps femoris short head, vastus lateralis and vastus intermedius. So this is about the lateral lip of the linea aspera. Now talking about the attachments on the medial lip of the linea aspera, which is this side, right? Medial. So this side, medial lip of linea aspera, we have 4 muscle attachments. Understand? We have 4 muscle attachments, out of which 3 are the insertions and 1 is the origination. As I already mentioned, we have 4 muscle attachments over here, 3 of which are the insertions, that are in blue color, 1, 2 and 3, and 1 is origination. Okay, the origin. So talking about the first one, see, I told you, can you see? Number 1 attachment, that is insertion, number 2 insertion, and number 3 insertion. The first one is the adductor magnus, which goes till the adductor tubercle. Did you see? Okay, so adductor magnus, then we have adductor brevis, then we have adductor longus. So it is MBL. Okay, so MBL. M for magnus, B for brevis, and L for longus. So adductor magnus, which goes and extends till the adductor tubercle. That is, if you see like this, you can see it very clearly. The adductor magnus goes and extends till the adductor tubercle. This side we have adductor tubercle, right? Then we have adductor brevis. This line, this is adductor brevis attachment. And then we have adductor, my pencil is slipping. So we have adductor longus. Now I told you that we have one origin also, right? So the origin is the vastus medialis. See, in the lateral lip, we had two vastus attachments, right? The vastus intermedius and vastus lateralis. Whereas we did not have medialis there, we have the medialis in the medial lip. Okay, so vastus medialis. The four muscles are adductor magnus, adductor brevis, adductor longus, which are inserted, that is in blue color, 1, 2 and 3. Then we have vastus medialis. That is all about the linea aspera, or you can say the shaft of the femur. Let's revise it quickly. In the lateral lip, first of all, the linea aspera has two lips, lateral lip, medial lip. Exactly. Then we have in the lateral lip, from the medial to lateral side, the number one is short head of biceps femoris, right? This one, my pencil marks it there. The short head of biceps femoris. Then we have the vastus lateralis. The large origin is the vastus intermedius, right? Then we will go for the medial lip of linea aspera. In the medial lip, we have 4 attachments, 3 insertions and 1 origin. Number 1, adductor magnus, which goes till the adductor tubercle, the adductor brevis, and then adductor longus. The mnemonic you can learn here is MBL. Now we will talk about this part, that is the lower end. In the lower end, we are going to see 3 muscles in total, 3 muscle origins in total, 1, 2 and 3. First you remember the gastrocnemius and then you remember the plantaris. In gastrocnemius we have 2 heads, right? The medial head of gastrocnemius and the lateral head of gastrocnemius, and then we will have plantaris. So these are the 3 muscles that we will see attaching or originating from the lower head, lower end. Okay, applying basic knowledge. This is the lateral side, so this will be the lateral head attachment, and this is the medial side, so this will be the medial head attachment of the gastrocnemius. As simple as that. This is easy, right? So the medial head of gastrocnemius into the medial side, lower end, and the lateral head of the gastrocnemius is originating from the lateral side of the lower end. Now we will talk about the plantaris attachment. You can see here already, but remember it. Okay, in the bones that would be given for the practical, these things will not be marked. This is marked here because we are studying here. There it will be all blank, and you have to have basic knowledge and connection so that you can remember the attachments. So now talking about the plantaris, where is the plantaris attached? The plantaris is attached just above the lateral head of gastrocnemius. See, this is the lateral head of gastrocnemius, and above that we have the plantaris muscle attached. So first we have the 2 heads of gastrocnemius, that is on the medial side we have the medial head of gastrocnemius in the lower end, the lateral side we have the lateral head of gastrocnemius in the lower end, and above the gastrocnemius lateral head we have the plantaris in the lateral side. So that is all about the lower end of the femur. So guys, this is all about the attachments on the femur bone. Yes, we also have accessory structures like ligaments and the collateral ligament, whatever you say, then capsular ligaments, then knee joint ligament and all. But we don't have markings in my bone because they are not very important from the point of view of practicals. Usually in the practicals, they will ask you the site determination, then they will ask you the muscle attachments, that is the red color muscle, which is the origin, and the blue color muscle, which is the what? Insertion. Exactly. And then they will ask you the parts of the bone. But accessory structures are very clearly written by me in the notes, which you can go and check for in the Instagram page or the tele page. If you want to have a certain amount of knowledge about the accessory structures present in relation with the femur bone, you can go through the notes that I would be uploading on the Insta page, which is the Med Concepts with Bhavya, and the tele page with the same name, the Med Concepts with Bhavya. Both the pages link would be given in my description below. Go and check it out there. Please join the tele channel and please follow me on Instagram. Also, as always, I had planned to add up clinical anatomy and muscle attachments together in the same video, but I think this video is a little complicated because there are so many attachments in femur bone, and also this video is going to be a little lengthier than the normal videos. That is why I have decided that we will do the clinical anatomy in the next video. The next video would be uploaded soon with it 1 to 2 days, so don't worry about that. Till then you go through the attachments video. If any doubts, please comment down in the comment section. I would reply as soon as I see them. Also, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share and support if you feel that it is helpful in some way. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay safe, stay home.